A little story that's developed the last couple of days is with Robbie Lawler. So kind of explain what went down in the weeks leading up and why he's not fighting and why you couldn't find a replacement. I know it was short notice.
Well, Robbie's opponent was supposed to be Benji Radek from the very beginning. And then his agent cleared him, so he was clear, ready to fight. So we were under the assumption that Benji Radek would be fighting Robbie Lawler. And then about 2 weeks ago, or I think Monty explains it 17 days ago, Robbie Lawler's opponent, Benji Radek, when we asked him for medical clearance, couldn't come up with a document. Similar to the Josh Thompson situation when he had clearance. So we started scrambling, we started making all these calls, and it came down to, we're trying to get Jorge Santiago, who's on suspension. It was 43 days from his knockout, and we needed 45 days. We talked to the person that actually beat Jorge Santiago in Sengoku. And his Mohammed, I forgot his last name, but we talked to him and he wasn't available. And so we told Monty the only guy we can have fight is Trevor Pangley. Are you interested? So he said yes, let's do it. So we put the fight together. So that fight's been jumping around a lot, and believe me, we're not happy about it. I mean, I feel bad for Robbie. And on Monday when Trevor got hurt, we called Monty and told him, Trevor got hurt, we're going to look for an opponent. And then my guys, I have three pretty good guys that were out there calling the country. We called Dan Lambert, we tried to get Dennis King, but he wasn't. He said in January I could do it. We tried to get Kahala Hose, I called TJ Thompson. Can you get Kahala Hose for me? Can you? So we go through this whole list, and at the end of the day, the fighters, it just didn't work out. It wasn't a fit. So
are you getting feedback that he's kind of irked about the whole thing, that he's here? No. And also the other angle is that he hasn't fought in 17 months, so he's losing payday after payday.
Let me frame this up. Monty and I have a good relationship, and we're to say he hasn't fought in 17 months really isn't fair to us, because we've only been in business 8 months with Showtime. So that was part of the old regime. I can only say what has happened here. He fought in June for us. This is an unfortunate situation, and Monty and I are working on it. And that's that's a private business matter that we don't. I'm not going to take public. But at the end of the day, a fight like this has. I don't think it's ever happened to me where the marquee guy and one of the marquee guys and the fight gets canceled, and so Monty and I had a long talk last night, and we're going to work on it. And so that's what I'd like to say is because
So with the respect that you get in the way you run your business, are you disappointed to hear that they kind of feel like almost like it was conspiratorial that he's not going to get his big payday, because he was going to make a nice check here? I mean. Yeah. But you don't have a history of screwing over fighters, so how do you react to something like that?
Of course, it's an emotional time for them, right? But what I can say is we're working on it to make it right, and we're moving forward in that direction. But by no means do we want to have a bad relationship with Robbie Lawler or Monty Cox, or do I think Monty Cox would have a bad relationship with us? Right. And so, like Dan said, competition is good. So if Monty has a good relationship with us and UFC and Dream, then he has a variety of areas to send his other fighters. So, it's something that it's unfortunate. It's an emotional thing, and I get it. And I would be. How would you feel if you were Robbie Lawler?
Yep.
You'd be pissed off. And so, he's a little upset. But I just said, Monty, think about it. Let's talk. We talk. We're going to meet again today, and we'll just keep moving forward.
So next hurdle to clear is the fact that I think he has a child on the way on due February 5th, and you're probably going to want him to fight on January 30th. So how do you work around that?
The thing is, the family comes first, obviously. There's plenty of times for him to fight. So I don't think fighting on the 30th is going to be a realistic expectation for him. So that complicates the matter, because we could push this fight back for him 30 days, and then he could fight Melvin. But we'll probably end up fighting Melvin with somebody else, and then bring back Robbie after his child is born. Okay. And keep him going, because I personally believe in Robbie Lawler. I think that he has tremendous talent, and could come back from the Jake Shields submission.
Right. Last one. So you talked about the deal working with Dream.
Yes.
Is it really or is it more of a one-way deal where their guys are going to come here, or in the case of a Lawler or some other fighters, where if you need it on short notice, or even if you're organized and looking way ahead, are you going to send guys over there, or does that not make financial sense for you?
Well, it's an open door policy, right? And what I mean by that is if I need a fighter, I'm going to call them and say, can you send this guy? If they can, they can. If they can't, then they can't. And the same thing goes the other way. If they call us and say, "Can you send this fighter? Look, they want KJ," or we'll send him if he's available.
Does that work for you financially? Like if they had called and said, "Hey, you know what? We'll help you with Lawler. We'll get him a fight. At the end of the year." Would you be amenable to that, or is that a waste of your time?
No, absolutely. Okay. Why wouldn't we do that? I mean, I think that's great, and then Robbie gets to fight, and so we're looking for solutions, and everybody understands the problem in that situation. We're just looking for solutions now.